Okay, it's September 14th. I just got done watching Playday 3 of Stage 3 of the NAL 2021 season. I'll have the recap video tomorrow, but I'm going to do the predictions for Playday 4 first because, I don't know, decided to do this one before the other one. Okay, so I changed the layout of the sheet a little bit. The Stage 1 to Stage 2 changes are gone. We reviewed them already in earlier videos. Now I have the Stage 1, 2, and 3 here. I have the overall standings here. I have what team everyone beat because I had that on there and I just thought it was interesting. I didn't want to delete it. It has changed a little bit because after today, again, I'll talk more about it in the recap video, but Xset beat Sonics. So that's added to the list. Now there's only one team? No, two teams, right? That haven't lost to Beast Coast or Xset. And it's what, just Ssg and OXG? All right, because we have TSM, Dark Zero, Astralis, Mirage, and Sonics. Yeah. So only 2 teams with a clean record in that regard. And then also OXG beat Astralis, which was the other team that they hadn't yet beat. So as you can see, everyone in the top 7 except for Astralis has beaten every other team except for one team, and nobody's beaten every other team just yet. And it's still possible for after this stage for SSG to do so. TSM can't because they already played OXG. Sonics still they could do it. Dark Zero could do it, and that match is tomorrow. That's one I'm about to predict, I think, right? Easy, yeah, And then Astralis, did they already play? Who did they play? They played Xset, they played Sonic. No, they lost Sonics. They can't complete the thing. OXG can, Mirage cannot. They just lost to DZ. And then these guys, I don't think they can. Right, okay, so let's get into the matches for day 4. First up, we have Mirage versus Xset. So in stage 1, Mirage won over Xset, but they went all 15 rounds. And then last stage, Xset beat Mirage 7-5, and this was that fabled Xset wins 2 rounds, Mirage calls a timeout, wins 5 rounds in a row, Xset calls a timeout, Xset wins 5 in a row to win the game. Okay, so who do I think is going to win in this Playday coming up? Right, so as you can see, they are currently the bottom 2 teams. Xset just got a win over Sonics, no less. Very impressive. Actually, like, literally nobody saw this coming. That was the one that I was talking about in the last prediction that I thought was a shoo-in, and it's the only one I got wrong. It was a massive upset indeed. 7-3, I think it was. Yeah, but it still keeps Xset at the bottom, and actually they're tied, I suppose, with Astralis. They're -3 on differential, and technically they're tied with Beast Coast as well, but Beast Coast still haven't played as many games, so you have to assume that Beast Coast is currently better if they haven't played a game, and the other 2 teams have played that game and lost it. But, I mean, technically Beast Coast could also play that game and lose worse, so there is that, but I'm going to assume not having played is better than having played and lost. Okay, Mirage versus Xset, again, bottom 2 teams. What's going to go down here? Mirage hasn't won a game, and Xset has won a game. Xset lost to Beast Coast, which was a low table team, and Beast Coast, they got the one. Who else did they play against? They played against TSM just today, and they got absolutely crushed by TSM. So it could be TSM are really good again after their week, or there's just like a lot of combination of things that can happen. It looks like Xset is much better after the first week, and Mirage is still sort of struggling a little bit. They took the loss to SSG. They took the loss to OXG, and I mean, I suppose you're looking at 2 pretty good teams, and then they just took a loss to DZ. So it's still possible. They're not like a bottom of the barrel team. We'll have to see how they do against Astralis, and of course Xset in this game, and then Beast Coast when they play them. So we'll have to see how those go down. But for now, Xset looks better. I mean, they actually won a game. They beat them last time they played. It's tricky. Like I'm not too confident in this one, but I guess I'm gonna give it to Xset. And this is mostly off the back of them just looking really good in the game they just played. We'll have to see. It was on Coastline, which is, I don't know. It's I'll talk a little bit more about it in the recap, but I mean, Coastline is just where crazy things happen. It's where SQ defeats SSG, and then the next week where they get beat up by XSET. So we'll see what happens in the XSET Mirage game. I'll go with XSET for that one. Oxygen versus Beast Coast. You got to predict Oxygen here. I mean, Beast Coast looked good in their first game against XSET, but Oxygen has looked good in all 3 games, have not lost a game. They are undisputed top of the standings. They look excellent. I'm going to go with Oxygen. No hesitation there, but it could be another big upset. That could be Beast Coast big upset to match XSET's big upset that they just got. Ssg versus Astralis. I'm gonna have to go with SSG here. I have to imagine that even though SSG took the loss to Sonics, I mean, Sonics are still really good. Astralis has been struggling. They just lost today to, well, you know, they lost to Oxygen, so that's what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, well. And that was a crazy game. J-Nano's performance was like insane, and the rest of his team was getting crushed while he was doing everything he could, but it wasn't enough. Anyways, they lost to Oxygen, who are the top of the table, but they also lost to well, they beat XSET and they lost to Sonics. Okay, so you know, it could go. Both of these teams lost to Sonics thus far, and they're both. Astralis 1 and 2, SSG 1 and 1. I'm gonna go with SSG. I still have faith in them. I mean, they haven't lost to them yet. They especially beat them pretty badly last stage, and Astralis doesn't look to be in too good of a way at the moment. TSM versus Dark Zero. Now this is the really interesting one. This will hopefully be the match of the day, but everyone thinks at the moment, I think, that it will be the match of the day, of course, and that's not too terribly hard when you when you have games involving XSET and Beast Coast. Just historically, they haven't been the game of the day, except for when they played each other. That was a banger, of course. TSM versus Dark Zero. TSM won the last 2 times, and it was a 7-0 by TSM last time, and TSM just 7-1'd Beast Coast again. Beast Coast was the other team that TSM 7-0'd last stage, along with Dark Zero. And they did it on Bank this time, and they 7-0'd Beast Coast on Oregon that time, and they 7-0'd DZ on Cafe. So all maps that currently exist in the pool. But Dark Zero now has the X factor of Canadian on the squad. Is it enough? So we've only seen Dark Zero play the one game they just played today with Canadian, and they look quite good, but they beat Mirage, who are currently winless. And of course, only having played 2 other games besides this game. It's not the best indicator. But Dark Zero did look pretty good, but TSM looked more dominant in their game. Mirage got like 4 rounds, I think, and Beast Coast got 1, and it was on a new map it's on a new. Anyways, I really want to say Dark Zero, I really do, but will I? I mean, I think I gotta go TSM. TSM looked better in their okay, what Dark Zero has going for them is they have Canadian, incredible IGL, just new to the new to the roster, and they look pretty good in their one game, and they have technically a better record than TSM. TSM's 1-1, Dark Zero's 1-0, but TSM looked way more dominant in the game that they just played, and the only loss they took was to Oxygen, the current stage leader. So I'm gonna go with TSM. I think I don't know if Dark Zero's strong enough yet to defeat TSM. I think they're on their way there, or maybe they are there. I'm not sure. I'm not confident in that prediction. I feel pretty decent about the middle 2 predictions, and then I don't know, XSET Mirage. It feels weird picking XSET at all, but I think you know, the very recent history suggests that XSET will win that game. So yeah, those are my predictions. XSET, Oxygen, Space Station Gaming, and TSM. We'll see how many I get right, and if you're watching this video on Tuesday or early Wednesday, I guess tune in soon for the recap video of Playday 3, and then hopefully the next day I'll have the recap of Playday 4, the games I just predicted here. So I'll catch you in a future video.